Okay. I cannot figure out how to make myself look like I'm not a pea head. Pretty sure I'm not a pea head in real life. Excuse the colors of my walls. I did not choose this. This is how the house came. And I haven't fixed it. So, welcome to my channel. This is the first video ever. And I just thought that it would be something I would do while I breastfeed because I didn't really have anything else to do. And, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. And my whole idea for this channel is basically like unedited videos. I really don't have time for that, but just like a space to talk about life, things I like, being a mom, and I guess kind of see where things go. So I guess this is an intro video. Some background, I suppose. I am Canadian. Born and raised there, and then I moved to Hong Kong. That's where I met my husband. We moved to New York, and since the pandemic, we've been in San Diego. A lot of people ask why San Diego. We've both never been here. One of my best friends said, I think you might like San Diego. There's a zoo. And I guess he knows me really well because I said, there's a zoo? Like a zoo? And before the internet cancels me, before I even start these videos, it's like, yeah, this zoo is supposed to be a conservation zoo. I haven't looked into it a ton, but I hope that they're doing the things they say they're doing. I love the zoo. I have a 22-month-old and an 8-week-old, and the zoo is keeping me alive during COVID. So we moved to San Diego because, yep, there's a zoo. We based where we were going to live around the zoo. I didn't want to be more than a 10-minute radius away from the zoo because if you have kids, like, part of the whole, like, hoopla or whatever is, like, getting them in the car, packing up the car, and then, like, going somewhere, and then realizing, like, oh, you can actually only spend 30 minutes here before you have to go home. Like, I don't want to waste time in the car doing stuff that, I don't know, I just lost my train of thought. But I don't want to waste time in the car, and I don't really want to do activities that are like more than 30 plus minutes away because that's a lot of time in the car. Well, for everybody. And you know, I want my kiddos to like move around and stuff like that. So we live close to the zoo, and then we also moved here for the weather. So that was kind of the thing with Manhattan. I mean, the East Coast has 4 very distinct seasons. Winter with a toddler in our 1-bedroom apartment like was not for me personally. So now we're renting a house out here. We have a backyard. It's like outdoor living. It's amazing. There's the beach. There's like, well, there are hikes, but I don't know if you try to hike with a 22-month-old. Like, this girl does not want to be carried, and I don't want to carry her. So we don't really do much hiking. Although we did go to Joshua Tree when I was 9 months pregnant, and she was like 19, 20 months. And I looked online, like, things to do with a toddler, but like, I wouldn't even really describe her as a toddler. Like, kind of, you know, they say after 1 is toddler, but no, she's like a baby toddler. You know, things to do with like a baby toddler in Joshua Tree, or like pregnant people in Joshua Tree. Like, I will tell you right now that there are not many things to do, but we went anyways, and our kid just like ran around the desert. Where's this going? Oh yeah, right, outdoor living. Yeah, there's like tons of stuff to do. Like, you can go to the beach, you can go to the zoo, you can hang out in your backyard, you can go for walks, you can go on hikes. We don't go on hikes. There's like gardens, botanical gardens, Balboa Park. Like, well, COVID was like hit or miss with playgrounds and stuff like that, but you know, let's just say there are playgrounds or splash pads, like, you know, tons of stuff you can do outside. So we moved to San Diego. Neither of us have been here before, and we love it. People are super, super nice. Although it's kind of expensive, like way more expensive than you'd think. I actually feel like we spend more here than in Manhattan, which is a surprise for everyone. Although I guess we get more, you know, because we're renting a house now. But still, you know, I'd like to save more monies. Right, so now we're in San Diego. My first is a girl, the second is a boy. Not that it really matters, but this is an intro video, so I'm just kind of like laying the basics. Let's see. Yeah, 8 weeks postpartum yesterday. What a trip. That could be like a whole nother video where I talk about that. And let's see. I am a stay-at-home mom. I went to school for business marketing. My background career is fashion. Um, Buying, branding, pricing, all that kind of stuff for like any kind of retailer, like all the way from discount to luxury. All super different, all super interesting. I mean, ultimately, I don't think that corporate life is for me. It's just like, I don't know. I wake up every day with like anxiety, like have to be somewhere at 9. Like, why does it have to be 9? Like, can I be here at 9:30? Like, what if I want to go to gym class at 8 and it ends at 9 and then I need to shower? Like, all that kind of stuff just stress me out. Like, it stresses me out. Like, all the red tape. Like, that I have to ask somebody for vacation time. That I have to feel guilty if I'm sick. You know what I mean? That email you write where you're like, I'm actually sick, but then you have to be like, hey, I'm not feeling well. Like, I have a cold. Like, I might go to the doctors, but like, is it even really like warranted to go to the doctors? Like, maybe I just need a day rest. And like, you're writing this email and you have this anxiety about it, and you're like, maybe people won't believe me because it's Monday morning and now it seems like I partied all weekend and I'm hungover. Like, that stuff is silly. Like, nobody has time for that. I just felt like it was such a mental exhaustion. I don't think people say that, but anyways, like, even though I, not to toot my own horn, but a little bit, did really well in the corporate setting, like, I personally didn't like it. It's not for me, and I don't want to go back. Um, Again, I don't know where this is going. I slept like 6 hours intermittently last night, so little all over the place, but I felt inspired to start this channel right now at 3:20 p.m. on a Friday while I feed my kid who's just here just nomming away. Nom nom. He's gonna need to burp soon. But the point is what? Oh yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I used to do corporate stuff. I went to school. Um, Being a mom is like what I realized the most important work you'll ever do. Like, these are people you're going to send into the world that you hope are responsible people who are good humans, who have a really good sense of judgment and character. And ultimately, you know, they are going to be with you. So you want to feel like you have given them the tools to succeed in like what is a really crazy and kind of sad and unfortunate place to live. Um, So I think that, you know, that is the hardest work you're ever going to do. It's the most important and it's the hardest work. And I take it like very seriously. So I love my kids. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be like, even though I always wanted to be a mom. But that is definitely like another story for another time. And if you have like things you want to ask me, even though like, who am I really? Because it's the first video and it's just like, you're a random person. But I love connecting with people. Yeah, you know, I think building community is one of the most important things we can do and something that's really lacking nowadays. You know, we just don't have that. So I would love to create a space for sharing and, you know, maybe when I focus in on what this channel is more, it'll become more targeted, the things that we talk about. But what are some other key things? Like, I have a brother. He's awesome. And I don't have any pets. I don't want any pets. That's just me. I think I'm allergic to dogs and cats, so rules out those guys. And anything else important? I'm feeling less like a pea head. I don't think I showered like yesterday. I can't remember. Pretty sure no. And that's it. Bye.